I have every intention on pleading guilty. I've actually got an unsigned plea guilty right here. I just had a couple of clarifications I need cleared up before I'm able to intelligently do so.
Okay, so all we can do is tell you what your three options are. We can't give you any other further advice or.
I'm not asking for advice, sir.
Okay, sir, what's your question?
Do I have the right to be informed of the cause and nature of the charges and proceedings against me here today?
That's what we're doing here today, sir. That's why she called you up here. This is an arraignment. The arraignment is where you enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or nolo contendere.
Yes, sir. Was that a yes or a no?
Okay, I'm gonna have you sit down. You're talking to a court. This is no joke. You don't get to address me that way. I explained to you, you asked me, do you have a right to have your charges explained? I told you yes and explained to you what this proceeding was. If you don't like that answer, I'm sorry, but that's the answer. The answer is,
Well, sir,
no, do not cut me off. I'm explaining to you, this is an arraignment. She's explained to you, you're charged with failure to obey a sign or controlled device. You can plead on that, not guilty, where you don't accept responsibility and you be set down for a trial. You can plead guilty where you accept responsibility, or you can plead nolo contendere, where you say you do not fight the charges, you're not saying you're guilty, you're not saying you're not guilty. Okay? What's your next question?
well, sir, I appreciate all that information, but it still didn't answer my initial question.
What's your question, sir?
Do I have the right to be informed of the cause and nature of the proceedings and charges here against me here
Yes, sir,
today?
you do.
Okay, thank you, sir. Am I presumed innocent of these charges here today?
Yes, sir, you are.
Am I presumed innocent of every element of these charges here today?
Yes, sir, you are.
Is jurisdiction an element?
Yes, sir, it is.
Am I presumed innocent of jurisdiction?
Yes, sir, you are.
And has the prosecution provided any evidence of factual evidence of jurisdiction for the court, yes or no?
No, sir, they haven't. And I'm going to say because they're not required to at this time because this is not a trial. This is an arraignment where you enter your plea after being informed of the charges that you face. So they don't have that. They don't have that responsibility. That responsibility kicks in when you do certain things and when certain things are required, which have not been triggered. Do you have any other questions for me, sir?
Well, I moved to dismiss this case for lack of jurisdiction
What cause are you citing lack of jurisdiction, sir?
because the prosecution has not provided any factual evidence of jurisdiction.
They don't have to. This is not a trial. This is an arraignment.
So how do y'all even have jurisdiction to accept my plea if jurisdiction is not an issue right now?
Because, sir, this is an arraignment. You got a ticket by a Gwinnett County officer on September the 11th, 2020. So that creates the reason why you're in this court. That gives the court jurisdiction over this particular offense. Do you not see? Show them a copy of this, please. Which you signed on September the 11th. Next question, sir. So your motion to dismiss is denied.
Well, I'm not able to intelligently enter a plea if evidence of jurisdiction is not present.
I showed you evidence of jurisdiction, sir. I showed
I mean-
you the ticket that you signed on September the 11th,
So
2020 of this year.
that ticket is what gives y'all jurisdiction?
It does, sir.
Could you show me where on the ticket it says that?
I don't have to show you on the tickets. Sir, read the bottom of the ticket, please. It states the law and it states the offense that you've been charged with. That is a violation of law of the state of Georgia. It is alleged to have occurred in Gwinnett County on September the 11th, 2020, which is the venue and the jurisdiction of that particular offense. So that is the jurisdiction and venue in which the law allows me to sit in judgment of this case. How would you like to plead, sir?
Sir, if this court doesn't have jurisdiction,
This court does have jurisdiction.
can you provide factual evidence of
I
that?
just provided it to you. Whether you want to accept it or not,
Sir,
that's irrelevant to me. me. I've provided.
On that ticket, I didn't see the word jurisdiction anywhere.
You don't have to see the word jurisdiction. There's nothing in the law that says that it has to explicitly say jurisdiction. I just cited you the reasons why I have jurisdiction. Anything else, sir?
I'm not able to intelligently enter a plea.
Well, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf and set this down for a trial date. That's my ruling. That's what I can do under the law. Sir, have you been to law school?
Sir,
Have you been to law school? Answer the question.
are you
Yes or
acting
no?
as my attorney, sir?
Excuse me?
You just entered a not guilty plea for me. Are you
Which I
acting?
can do under the law. Because you're refusing to enter a plea.
If a plea is not able to be obtained, I told you I have every intention on pleading guilty if
Well,
jurisdiction
sir,
has been met.
Okay. Mr. Jones, I'm not gonna play this game with you. I'm not gonna play it with you. Either you're gonna enter a plea of not guilty, you're gonna enter a plea of guilty, or you're gonna enter a plea of nolo contingent. If you don't enter a plea, the law gives me, because you're not entering a plea, indicates not guilty. The law gives me the authority to enter the plea as the judge in this case, as a not guilty and set it down for trial. That's the law, okay? Whether you agree with that law is irrelevant to me, sir. It is, it really is. It's irrelevant to me because I'm operating under the, so you refuse to enter a plea, is not guilty. That means you're presumed innocent. That means the county is going to have to bring their evidence here to show me beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed these offenses as alleged in this ticket on this date in the manner in which they set forth. That's where we're at. So you can keep doing this. I'm not gonna do this all day with you, but that's the ruling. If you don't wanna enter a plea, I will enter a plea of not guilty. We'll set this down for a trial, and we'll just see what the county's evidence is or is not.
Sir,
I'm not having that discussion, Mr. Jones, listen to me. I am not having that discussion. So if you continue to go down this road, you're dangerously getting into the point of being held in contempt by this court. So listen to me clearly, sir. I'm not stuttering. I'm not raising my voice. I'm talking to you very calmly. And I am urging you to listen to me and follow the direction in which the court has just given you. If you do not want to enter a plea, the court will enter a plea of not guilty, set this down for a trial. What is it that you want to do, sir?
is it safe to speak?
Go right ahead, sir, as long as you're not gonna sit here and say you're not, because you can keep saying you're not intelligently able to enter a plea, that's fine, but that's gonna be the ruling of the court. So what is it you wanna say, sir?
I'm just gonna be quiet because you threatened me with contempt to be thrown
No, I
in jail.
threaten you with contempt if you continue to go down this road of telling me I don't have jurisdiction when I've explained to you that I do, and continue to say I haven't shown you that, that I have jurisdiction when I've shown you that I do. So I'm not gonna keep going down that. This is not a game. This is not some parlor trick. This is a court of law that is to be taken very seriously. If you understood the law and made arguments that had some legal basis, then yeah, I would be happy to entertain that, but you're not. What you're doing is spouting things that have no basis in law, that are not correct, and I've explained to you several times, and you keep going down this road that you don't see jurisdiction. It doesn't have to be there, sir. I showed you the facts. Okay, the law is not as explicit as you think it is. It's no loophole that you can play here. So either you want to enter in a guilty, not guilty, or nolo contingent, or you can talk to Ms. Biggs and see if she will be willing to work this case out to you in a satisfactory manner. But that's what we're gonna do here, sir. Okay, so what is it you want to do, Mr. Jones?
I really just like to live with my freedom, sir.
Ms. Biggs, have you threatened him with jail time?
I have not, Judge.
Have I threatened him with jail time?
No, sir.
Has anybody in this courtroom said that Mr. Jones is gonna be detained or arrested other than him being contemptuous to the court?
No, sir.
Deputy, no one has threatened your freedom here, sir. You are making something out of this that is not. And I guess you're trying to entertain these people or trying to impress them with some knowledge that you think you have. But you are really testing my patience over something that does not need to be tested over. You are charged with a simple role violation. That's it. Nobody's threatening your liberty. Nobody's gonna take you into custody unless you choose to have yourself taken into custody by being contemptuous to the court. So look, I used to be a criminal defense lawyer for 20 years, where I represented people charged with murder, rape, child molestation, armed robbery, federal court, state court. I understand the whole nature of people's freedom. I've sat with 18-year-olds that looked at double life. Mama's sitting there crying, and I'm fighting for them every day. So you are really irritating me because you're sitting up here with a traffic ticket trying to act like somebody's about to put you in jail for life, or this is some kind of capital case, because you want to impress someone or impress these people and waste everybody's time. Now, if you want a trial, you can have a trial. If you want to show how they don't have jurisdiction, then you could do that at a trial, but you cannot do that at an arraignment. Do you understand me?
We're clear on that, sir.
Have a seat, Mr. Jones. Since you're gonna waste everybody else's time, I'm gonna